I don't know. Nothing happened between me and Jason. I'll tell you what happened. I'll go through this one more time. Well, maybe I should wait till the camera's on. So on Saturday, Jason had sent me a note saying, let's do a conference together. And I initially thought, oh, this is a great idea. And then I looked at thisweekend.com and I thought, wait a minute, what is Jason? He had asked me if he could do This Week in Startups. And I said two things. I said, of course, that's great. Advertiser because of the confusion. And it cheapens my brand because, frankly, his shows are crappy. So not all of his, but a lot of his, he's kind of cracking them out, right? And so This Week in Startups is a great show, and what better show for him to do? I think that's fine. But he's kind of cranking out the other stuff, and so that's a little odd to me. It's just a little odd to me. All right, let me see if I can do this without breaking it down. And, he asked for help in his studio and setting up, he wants to build a Skypeosaurus. And, initially we were very helpful and glad to give him help. It turned out that his team needed a lot of help. And I told Colleen, well, it's your time, but I don't feel obligated to give it. And Colleen is in love with Jason, so she's glad to help him out. But it just started to look like he had some kind of ulterior motive, like, he kept saying, I want to merge with TWiT and we can turn it into a big, valuable company. And it's like, I don't want to do that. And just because you want to do that doesn't make it okay for you to kind of co-opt what I'm doing. Twig, so anyway, and I'm sure this is going to get on YouTube too, because he loves. So I very briefly kind of said this out loud. I often think out loud as I'm doing right now. And so I think on Saturday I said something like that as I'm writing the note to him saying, I think we better not do the conference because it's going to confuse people more and I don't want to encourage the confusion. Then he just does a blog post and puts it up on YouTube and really stirs it up. Now, Jason's a great guy at generating traffic. And that's, at this point, now I know what's up, is he's generating traffic. It's all about generating traffic for him. And I feel used. It's so I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'm not going to post. I'm not in a fight with him. We're just done. But I'm not going to give him any more promotion for this weekend because it's frankly not. Well, I'll give him one more little plug. It's frankly not good for me as a business to promote him if what he's doing is basically, This Week in Home, This Week in Startups, This Week in Chat Show, This Week in Android, Cloud Computing, Twitter, YouTube, social media, books, venture capital, gadgets, and iPad. I mean, he's going right after me. Using the same technology, doing the same stuff. So it's like, well, okay, fine. I mean, I can't stop him. I wouldn't try to stop him. But I don't think that's very nice. So I'm done promoting Jason, frankly. He can promote himself. And one way that he's promoting himself is by promoting this fight between us. There's no fight between us, but I'm just not going to, if somebody else, for a while I thought I shouldn't even be on Twitter for the same things. Fortunately, the confusion on Twitter, because Twitter's not doing what we're doing, it's just a similar name, hasn't been a problem, I don't think, at least as far as I can tell. And fortunately, there used to be a lot of TWiT pick companies, and Twitter's really kind of encouraged people not to do that. Thank you, Twitter. So I think that's become less of a problem. All right, let's go. Anyway, that's the whole story right there. And that don't let me talk about it anymore. I'm done. Because I know that he'll put this up on YouTube and do another thing. But Leo, you told me he's got something. Look, these are the 5 times you said it was okay. I'll let you be the judge. You do whatever makes sense to you. I just don't want people to be confused that I'm in any way related to what Jason's up to, that it has anything to do with the TWiT network, that any of his shows are related to ours. Revenue accruing to him does not accrue to me. I have nothing to do with thisweekin.com. I have nothing to do with Jason's shows. period. That's all I want people. I don't want an advertiser to say, oh, and this is what happened. We want to buy This Week in iPad and go spend the money on Jason's show because I'm not doing a show called This Week in iPad, and because Jason is. And I really don't want people who say, oh, I'm really interested in what Leo's up to, go watch those shows, which are crap, and say, oh, boy, that's disappointing. He did not offer me the This Week. Well, maybe he did. I didn't want the This Weekend domain. See, I think what's going on with Jason was that he really wanted to kind of encourage us to partner. He would like to be part of TWiT. And I'm not interested in a partner or venture capital or investment. So there was nothing to talk about there. And now it's kind of like he's almost trying to force it. Here you go. Twig. I'm going to do Twig first. Then I'm going to do Security Now. Then I think before that ends, we will be into This Week in Radio Tech. Have a great evening. I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.